Hey, yo, what up? How you guys doing out there, guys? This is your boy RotoBeast from DFSCheatSheet.com, and I'm here to present you my NBA Live segment for Thursday, October 18th. If you're new to this channel, please make sure you click the subscribe button below. This way you can watch all my NBA, my NFL, and my MLB videos. And if you haven't already, just go check out the website. Do yourself a favor at DFSCheatSheet.com. We have all the tools to help you compete with the pros day in and day out, including a complete optimizer, tons of content. I mean, everything that you need on the site. It's truly a one-stop shop. So make sure to go check out the site at dfscheatsheet.com. I mean, tonight's a three-game slate. It's a small slate for sure, but you know what? I definitely think there's some solid plays that we can look at, some solid spots that I'm liking. I'm actually really liking my cash lineup for tonight. I think it's going to be a really solid lineup. So just kind of looking into this slate real quick, hour before lock. First thing first, you got Dwight Howard out. It's going to open up some minutes for Mahinmi. I think he's going to be the starter at center. Another guy that I think is going to give a boost to is going to be a guy like a Markieff Morris, possibly play a couple minutes at center as well. And then on the other side of things, I think this makes Whiteside even more juicier. He doesn't have to bang against Dwight Howard. I was a little bit nervous with Whiteside because of Dwight Howard. And now the fact that Howard's out, I really like, Whiteside in this matchup. I liked him yesterday a lot. And, he paid off, and I'm going to go right back to the well. I understand Miami's on a back-to-back, but at the same time, it's barely the second game of the season. These guys are still fresh. They've been off for 3 months. I think this is going to be a pretty good game between the Wizards and the Heat. And I definitely think, even though it does have the lowest over and under on the slate, it is a game that we want to target in a couple spots. There are some very good spots. Real quick, first question there, not even a question, but my boy Kong Lore is telling me to fade LeBron tonight. For me, I can't fade LeBron tonight, bro. I'm going down. If he busts, I'm going down with the ship. First game of the season in Lakers uniform, going against Portland. He had a couple big games last year against Portland, and then also Portland's favored in this game. And I honestly think that Portland has no chance of winning this game. I'm loving my Lakers tonight. So for me, LeBron's a full go. And like I said, if he busts, I'm going down with the ship. But I definitely love LeBron tonight. I like LeBron more than Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, who are the other guys in that price range. I mean, those guys are in decent spots as well. Don't get me wrong. LeBron, I love the guy now that he's in LA. Unfortunately, it's my team, and I'm rolling with them tonight. I definitely think you got to have him in some lineups. So we got Alfonso Mendoza out there. He says, what do you think about Whiteside getting into foul trouble? Well, I would have been worried more about Whiteside getting into foul trouble if he had to go against Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard's a big guy, strong guy. He gets boards. So that would have worried me a little bit more. I mean, I understand Mahinmi's not no small dude. He's not a pushover. I understand that. But, he's a backup for a reason. Whiteside, when he is, playing well, he's a top 5 center in the league. And he's very, very underpriced right now. So I really don't have too much. I'm not too scared of Whiteside getting into foul trouble. Obviously, these guys are human, so it could happen. Don't get me wrong. But that's not something that I'm really too worried about at the moment. So my boy said, do I have some love for Lonzo tonight? I actually do like Lonzo tonight. He's a fair price tag. The only thing that's really kind of about on Lonzo is I feel like him and Rondo are pretty much going to split minutes evenly. And so for me, I think, GPP, you could definitely use Lonzo. But for cash games, I think it's more of a wait and see approach. And kind of see how the minutes shake out the first couple of games and see if one of those guys are favored. And then you can start really riding on that train. It's really the same thing as shooting guard as well for the Lakers. They got Caldwell Pope, who is a good starter. He could play a ton of minutes. But then we got our second-year guy, Josh Hart, who was the the Summer League MVP. The guy's a baller. So I definitely think that's going to be a time-splitting situation as well. So when it comes to the Lakers, point guard and shooting guard positions, I'm going to kind of take more of a wait and see approach, especially for cash games. I definitely think that for GPPs, you could look at them though. What about Wall? I like Wall tonight. I mean, I think Wall is a really good play tonight. My only downfall about playing Wall is I really don't like playing people against Miami. I know Miami is not the absolute best defensive team they used to be, but a combination of they are a decent defensive team and the fact that they are a little bit slower paced team the past couple years, and I didn't really see too much of a difference yesterday, even though they were going against Orlando. They had to pick it up, I understand. But generally, they like to come down, get in their half-court sets, and that, you know, when it's a slower-paced game, that takes away a couple opportunities from John Wall. But I definitely think for GPP-wise, I'm going to have a bunch of Wall in there. He's going to be low-owned because a lot of people, pretty much everybody's going to pay up for LeBron, and then they're going to fit either Embiid or Simmons with LeBron. That's what I'm guessing on tonight's slate. So John Wall, he's going to be low-owned. He has massive upside. We've seen that in the past. I think that he's a solid GPP play. Then we got Christopher Choice. How am I feeling about Cameron Payne? So I'm going to tell you real quick, Christopher, it's funny. I know Cameron Payne. I know him personally. This past summer, I worked at an NBA basketball camp, took my son to, and man, I met Cameron Payne, Tyler Johnson, Quinn Cook, Quincy Pondexter. We actually went to Quincy Pondexter's house after. And in my NBA private chat on Facebook that I have for all my season-long NBA members, hey, shout out to all my boys. How you guys doing out there? And I actually put the video up. I showed my boys today in the NBA chat room. I have a video of me and Cameron Payne taking some shots together. I like Cameron Payne, not even just because I met him and had some fun and partied with him, but he's a good play. He's a baller. He's 4,000. He's going to start and probably play 32 minutes. My guess would be with Cameron Payne today starting and, so cheap, he's going to probably be 75% owned. I mean, I may be going a little bit overboard, but I know he's going to be a minimum 60% owned on the slate. I think that especially on FanDuel that you got to just put in Cameron Payne as your punt play. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But he's going to be so owned, it's not going to matter. It's more of like a free square, like we talk about in your cash games. I think that he's a really, really good play that you definitely got to have in your lineup tonight, especially on FanDuel. So yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at with this slate. I really don't got much else to say. If you got any more questions out there, definitely hit me in the comments section below, and I'll get to those real quick before I get out there. But I think this is going to be a really clear-cut game. A lot of ownership is going to go to the Lakers and the Portland side of things. Really quick, just looking at the Portland side of things. I really like Damian Lillard. I think Damian Lillard is a really good play tonight against my Lakers. It's going to be a fast-paced, up-tempo, back-and-forth game. My biggest thing is just like there's just some other guys that I want to pay up for. So, on the same along the same lines that you're talking about, John Wall. I think he's in the same situation as Damian Lillard. John Wall and Damian Lillard kind of in the same thing. They're going to get overlooked tonight. They're both going to be really low owned. And so I like both of those guys. They're more GPP plays for me on the slate. So Alfonso Mendoza wants to know the best power forward tonight. So we're just talking about best power forward in general on the slate tonight. You're going to have to go with Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis is going to be crazy owned just like Cameron Payne. He should be 7,000, and they only have him at 5,700 right now, starting, going against a Sixers team who is a back-and-forth team. This game's going to be a fast-paced game. And Bobby Portis, I mean, he's a beast. He just fills up the stat sheet. This guy gets points. He's a walking double-double, especially if he's going to start tonight. He's going to get a double-double, get you a couple blocks, get you a couple steals as well. I got to say that the best power forward on the slate is going to be Bobby Portis. Wall or Simmons on DraftKings. I have to look at the price again. So that's something that's going to be a determining factor. If they're really, really close in price, within 100, 200, I'm probably just going to go with Simmons, to be honest with you. I was very impressed with last game. If there's a say $600-700 difference, if it starts getting more of a big difference like that, and John Wall's the cheaper one, then I definitely think that you could go John Wall and get pretty close to the same points per dollar value that you would get with Ben Simmons. Love LeBron. I got that. Love for CJ McCollum. I'm going to be honest with you. CJ McCollum is not somebody I'm really looking at tonight. For me personally, I think it is a pay down night at shooting guard. You got Holiday, you got McGruder starting, you got even Dwayne Wade at a very fair price tag, more GPP though. McCollum, he's going to be low owned. I mean, he has upside. He's like 72, 7,300. He's a fair price tag. And if this was a night where we were looking to play more of a balanced lineup, then I definitely would think he's in a great spot against the Lakers. Either way, he actually is in a great spot. He's just not somebody that I'm really, really targeting tonight. There's some other guys I do want to pay up at in other positions. Then we got so Mr. Bryant, he broke down the prices for me on DraftKings. So you got John Wall at 8,200 and you got Ben Simmons at 9,500 on DraftKings. Yeah, bro. Like I said, if it was anything over $700-800 difference, in this particular case, it's a $1,300 difference. I like John Wall. I think John Wall is a great play. $1,300 less than Simmons, and we know on DraftKings, it's a little bit harder to fit in guys the way that you want them compared to on FanDuel. You can fit in a bunch of studs. So, I mean, that $1,300 difference on DraftKings, it could be a big difference in your lineup. It could be a big difference between you having a punt play as your last pick or having like a decent mediocre play. And if that's the case, I would definitely take John Wall for the $1,300 discount and call it a day. Feel confident that he's going to get me something. I'm not going to say he's getting as much as Simmons on the slate, but I would be comfortable saying that he can get me something close to it for sure. So, I mean, that's where I'm at with that situation. Do we got any more questions out there? Any more if you're having trouble, going back and forth between two guys? Let's make these decisions right now because this moment I get off of this video, I'm going to actually just finalize my cash lineups and send them out. Feeling very good about tonight. If you want to get our cash lineups, you can go get our package, our VIP package on our website, dfscheatsheet.com. Comes with full access to our optimizer plus daily cash line for FanDuel and DraftKings. I think that's a very, very good value that we got going on our website, dfscheatsheet.com. Beasley in play. Beasley's a baller. It's funny because my partner Jeremy asked me last night if I felt like it was a Beasley game. I think it kind of dictates the game flow. If it's a blowout either way and Beasley's going to get minutes, then yeah, he definitely is in play for sure. With Beasley, it's all about if he can get minutes. I played Beasley a lot last year when he was with the Knicks, and I played him. I played him at like a 7,500 price tag. I don't know what he's at this current moment on FanDuel, but just telling you, I played him at a 7,500 price tag last year, and he killed. And so if he's going to get minutes, then I definitely think he's in play. It's all about minutes, just like we've seen the past two nights, the two opening nights that we've had. We're still trying to learn. We're still trying to learn this first week, even this first 2 weeks. We're trying to learn what teams are going to do, how the rotations are going to go, what guys are going to get minutes, what guys aren't going to get minutes. That's why it's like, I've been telling, a bunch of our members that, it's kind of, you want to pace yourself and you start slow and then you can start picking up steam as we go along. Is because we have to figure out these situations. We don't know. Right now, we're just guessing. And, if we're guessing, there's no solid concrete evidence to make a decision on. And we can make our best judgment based on what we have, but we don't know fully yet. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with Beasley. If you keep ending up with Beasley and you love the rest of your lineup, then I think that he could be definitely a solid punt play for sure. If you have everybody you love and you're just putting Beasley in as the punt play, not bad at all. I like it. I definitely like it, Todd. Are the lineups looking like GPP pretty much today? I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, 3-game slate, usually I would say they are a little bit more GPP-ish, but I actually like my lineup, and I think it's actually a solid cash game lineup tonight, in my opinion. Some nights They do feel more GPP, definitely. Don't get me wrong. But I like tonight. I'm going to throw some entries in cash tonight as well. I think it's a solid slate that you can have a little fun on with your cash games. And then, hey, go check out the optimizer. The optimizer's been spitting out straight fire. I was looking at the lineups before I got on, and I was like, ooh, that's a really good lineup. Over here trying to make me change my cash game lineup because these lineups on the optimizer are coming out so hot. So my boy Cody Mayfield said Whiteside or Embiid GPP FanDuel. Well, Embiid has the more upside. I'll tell you that. I mean, I feel Embiid does have more upside, especially in this matchup where the Bulls don't have a big guy that can actually like defend Embiid. I think that he is, upside wise, he does have a little bit more upside. But I mean, the price difference is what's killing me. This is what's really killing me going Embiid over Whiteside. The fact that Embiid is, I think, $3,000 more. $3,000 is humongous. So if I'm going to pick an Embiid that gets me 50 fantasy points, and I'm going to pick a Whiteside who gets me 40 fantasy points, that's a 10-point difference in fantasy points for a $3,000 more price. I don't like that. And that's the kind of thing that I'm really going back and forth on right now between the Embiid and Whiteside. Whiteside is just too cheap, and I feel he can get me a lot better points per dollar value. But if we're talking about just straight GPP, Embiid definitely does have the upside for sure compared to Whiteside. He has upside, but it's not as much as Embiid. Must-have stud tonight, huh? Andre Davis, I mean, very beginning of video, I just quickly talked about this. I think the must pay up for stud tonight before anybody else is you have to start your lineup construction with LeBron James. LeBron James, for me, is an absolute lock tonight, especially for your cash games. GPP, I understand the fade because you want to differentiate yourself, and he's going to be really high owned. So for GPPs, you may want to look elsewhere. But if you're talking about cash games and just the overall best play on the slate, I'm going to have to go with LeBron James going against Portland. He actually had 2 really good games last year against Portland as well, and they didn't change their team very much at all. In 2 games last year, LeBron averaged 30 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Versus the Trailblazers. So he had some good history last year, pretty much going against the same team this year, and he has an even better team. That's why it's crazy that I think that Portland's even high favored right now, because I don't see the Lakers and LeBron James losing this game. Is KCP a good play tonight? From Sam Sloan. Sam, I'm going to be honest with you. KCP, I mean, he's a decent play. I was actually looking at him last night. I like the price tag. He's a very fair price tag. The problem with KCP is the same thing with Lonzo for me. Like I said, at the point guard position for the Lakers, you got Rondo and Lonzo Ball. They're pretty much going to split minutes. And then you got KCP and Josh Hart are going to split minutes at the shooting guard. So for me, at those 2 positions for the Lakers, they're a little bit more of a wait-and-see approach. That's the way I'm going to take it with the guard spots for the Lakers. I mean, you can look at LeBron. He's going to get his minutes. Brandon Ingram's going to get his minutes. Kuzma will get his. The guard spots are the ones that's making me a little bit worried, and so you can use them for cheap especially if you're going to use them as your punt play. So if he does bad, the score will get dropped on FanDuel. But as a cash game player, something like that, I don't see him being that kind of play today. So is that all we got? That's all we got. I'm going to get out of here, finish up these lineups. I definitely just wanted to make sure, answer any questions that you guys had. Kind of, the Dwight Howard was a big news piece for me just because I was already liking Whiteside as it is, and then now he's out, so Whiteside doesn't have to deal with him. So, I mean, I think that's pretty much all the news that we got. Everything else is pretty much out, ready to go. You got McGruder as a really good cheap punt play at shooting guard. And, yeah, I mean, if that's it, all right, guys. Well, I'm out. I'm going to get these lineups out to all of our DFS cheat sheet members within the next probably about 15, 20 minutes. I'm going to get them out early today. Pretty confident in the slate. Definitely, I mean, one thing I do want to note is, if you're with us and you're using our lineups daily, please make sure and stick to our betting strategy that we provided to you guys. And please make sure to stick to your 10% a night bankroll management. One thing about DFS is bankroll management is super important. A lot of people, they want to, you know, for example, NBA is 7 months long. If we put $500 in and we try to blow through the whole $500 in a week, and we still got 6 months and 3 weeks left, that doesn't make sense to me at all. So you really want to pace yourself. You definitely want to play something every night where you have some upside to make some money. I mean, definitely you want to do that. But you do want to stick with the same betting strategy every single day, the same amount that you play every single day, and you'll be successful in DFS. Trust me, I've been doing this 4 years now, 3 years full time. I mean, this is my full time job, and you know, I live a very good life. I'm not saying I have the most money in the world, but I do well for myself off playing for DFS. So I definitely know a little bit about it. If you have any other questions about my betting strategy or how I approach each slate, deciding whether it's a GPP slate or a cash slate, anything like that, hit me up. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, send me a message, and I'll definitely get to those questions as soon as possible. And one more thing real quick before I get off. My previous video that I did this morning is called NBA Core Plays for Today. That video, I'm actually running a contest. If I get 100 likes on that video, and I'm really close already. I'm at like 85 or something. If I get 100 likes on that video, I'm going to give away a free 1-month membership, VIP, all access. You get our optimizer every single day. You get our cash lineups every single day for free. All you got to do is go like my last video, make sure that you're subscribed to our channel, and drop your name in the comment section below. And one lucky winner will get that free package if I get to that 100. We got about 35 minutes left. We're very close. So go handle that for me. I appreciate it. Make sure and like this video. Have those notifications turned on so you don't miss any of our videos here at dfscheatsheet.com. And hey, let's get some money tonight, guys. Peace out.